Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to sift through the noise, try and bring some clarity, maybe some unexpected insights into the world of AI.
Yeah, and today we're looking beyond just the latest chatbot craze. What if the biggest story is actually, well, who's building the whole digital backbone for AI?
Exactly. That's the core question. We're seeing things like Oracle's rumored, $300 billion plus deal with OpenAI.
And a huge $455 billion backlog they reported.
Uh,
It's massive. It really makes you think about the foundations being laid.
So today we're diving deep into this expanding AI universe. We want to get past the headlines, look at these foundational shifts, and maybe uncover some surprising applications along the way.
Sounds good. So for this deep dive, we've got a bit of a roadmap for you. First up, we'll really unpack Oracle's big strategic move, especially into healthcare AI, and the sheer scale of their financial play there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll do a quick run through of some other interesting AI highlights, stuff like clever image editing tools, but also a pretty concerning data privacy issue.
Right. And after that, we'll get practical, look at some AI tools you can actually use, maybe some smart prompt engineering techniques.
We'll also touch on some brand new AI tools that are already changing how people work. Then a sort of quick-fire round of developments, including actually really inspiring personal story I came across.
Okay.
And finally, we'll wrap things up by looking at a major challenger in the large language model space, coming from, well, maybe an unexpected part of the world.
All right, let's dive in. So Oracle.
Yep.
Legacy player, right? Almost 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly. But they're making some really significant strategic moves in AI right now, building out major new ventures.
And a big piece of that is this new Oracle AI Center for Healthcare.
That's right. It seems like a huge commitment.
Yeah.
Basically, this center is designed to give healthcare organizations the whole package. They've got dedicated teams of Oracle experts ready to help hospitals, test things out, build AI solutions, iterate.
So it's more than just software.
Oh, yeah. Think of it like a full toolkit. They provide a library of frameworks, best practices, implementation guides, and crucially, they help navigate all the tricky compliance and data privacy stuff.
Which is vital in healthcare.
Absolutely vital. So the center prototypes AI agents. Think of them as smart digital assistants to help with clinical workflows, financial stuff, operations.
Streamlining things.
Exactly. And they don't just hand over the tech. They offer support for training, for change management, to make sure this stuff actually gets used effectively.
So Oracle's basically handing hospitals a playbook, the platform, and the people?
Pretty much. So hospitals don't have to build everything from the ground up. It's a really integrated approach.
That feels like a fundamental shift, especially for an industry like healthcare that can be, cautious about adopting new tech.
Yeah.
And the money side of this, you mentioned the scale.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the most eye-popping earnings updates I've seen in AI lately. Oracle reported a $455 billion backlog.
A billion? With a B?
With a B. And their year-over-year growth, up 359%. Just last quarter, they signed 4 multi-billion-dollar cloud AI deals.
Wow.
And then there's that persistent rumor about the $300 billion plus contract with OpenAI.
So putting this together, what really strikes me is the bigger picture. Lots of companies are building, GPT wrappers or focused on the front-end chatbots.
Mm-hmm.
But Oracle seems to be positioning itself as the underlying infrastructure, the mission control centers maybe, the digital warehouses for AI across whole industries.
Yeah, less about the shiny interface, more about the engine room.
Right. That feels like a really foundational shift in how AI gets adopted at scale. It's an immense play. So if you had to boil it down, what's the biggest long-term implication of this Oracle move into healthcare AI?
I'd say it dramatically streamlines AI adoption for a traditionally careful industry. It really sets a new standard for these kinds of integrated solutions.
Makes sense. Streamlining adoption, setting a standard. Okay.
All right, let's switch gears a bit. We're going to do a more rapid-fire look at some diverse AI developments that caught our eye. First up, something called Nano Banana.
Nano Banana.
Yeah, it's this tool for image edits, and it's apparently exploding in popularity. They've even put out official prompt templates, which makes getting those really high-quality edits, much more accessible to everyone.
Interesting. Accessibility seems to be a theme. I saw something similar. An entrepreneur put out like a 17-minute tutorial showing how to build these really slick, high-end motion websites completely using AI tools.
Oh, wow.
It just shows how fast these powerful tools are getting into the hands of people who aren't necessarily expert coders.
Definitely. Now, speaking of powerful tools, Adobe's making a move here, too. They've launched what they're calling a squad of AI agents, kind of branded as Agent Force, but with Photoshop's digital DNA baked in.
Agent Force. So what do these agents do?
They're designed to automate workflows in marketing, data analysis, customer support. It feels like a pretty big step for automating stuff at the enterprise level.
But, this rapid progress also throws up some really important ethical questions, doesn't it? Especially around data.
Like what?
Well, there were reports that something like 16 million YouTube videos got scraped to train AI models from Meta and Microsoft, apparently without explicit consent.
16 million. Wow. Including what kind of videos?
Even things like no film school videos,
Yeah.
that high quality, pretty specialized content, they were reportedly scooped up too. There's even a tool now where creators can check if their stuff was used.
Huh. That really makes you think about, like, ownership in the digital commons in this whole new AI age.
It does. And on the job front, any news there?
Yeah, actually, an AI politics professor offered some predictions about which white-collar jobs might be safest from automation in the near future.
Okay, what's the takeaway?
Generally, roles that need a lot of human touch or complex, creative problem solving, those seem more likely to stick around or at least evolve alongside AI.
Makes sense. I have to share maybe a slightly vulnerable admission here. Earlier, Anthropic's Claude had that brief downtime. It wasn't long, but quite a few developers I know were, let's just say, not thrilled about having to suddenly code entirely by themselves again.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, getting the AI to consistently do what I want. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the panic when your main tool just goes dark. I get that.
It's just a little reminder of how quickly we're becoming reliant on these tools.
For sure. Beat. Oh, and some quick financial news replit, the AI coding startup. They just closed a big funding round.
Oh, yeah. How big?
They raised $250 million, putting their valuation at $3 billion now. And get this, their annual revenue apparently jumped from like $2.8 million to $150 million.
Whoa. That's quite a jump.
Yeah, it just shows the massive demand in that developer tool space. Google's AI Futures Fund was one of the investors, interestingly.
Okay, so back to that YouTube scraping issue for a second. What does that incident fundamentally reveal about data rights and training these AI models?
I think it just reveals a really urgent and very complex legal and ethical challenge.
Yeah.
It's all about consent and intellectual property in this new AI era.
Urgent and complex. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. Let's pivot now towards the practical side. The tools, the techniques we can actually use to leverage AI right now.
Good idea. Like what?
Well, Google just rolled out a new AI image editor. It's powered by their Gemini AI. And this thing lets you pretty much alter reality using text commands.
Alter reality. How so?
You can tell it to change the clothes someone's wearing in a photo or seamlessly merge different photos together, even build whole new imaginary worlds just with text in seconds.
Wow, okay. That makes you wonder, right? What does that mean for, like, professional photo editing? Is it becoming less about the technical fiddling and more about just having the vision?
That's the question, isn't it? And speaking of vision, there's also this new framework people are talking about, an AI framework for pinpointing gaps in digital markets.
Okay, pinpointing gaps. How does that work?
The idea is to validate demand for a product or service before you actually build it. So this framework teaches you how to use really specific targeted AI prompts. These prompts analyze market signals, forum discussions, search trends, reviews, that kind of stuff to help you find potentially profitable ideas where there's maybe low supply right now.
So using AI to find overlooked opportunities with data. That's smart.
Yeah, exactly. Finding those gaps with data-driven precision. And this leads nicely into the whole concept of agentic AI, which is really starting to take shape.
Agentic AI, we hear that term a lot.
We do. It's captured in this idea of your digital colleague is here, run your workflow on autopilot. So agentic AI, just in plain English, what is it? It's basically AI that can string tasks together.
Right.
It can make decisions along the way and really act more like a digital teammate. It's not just doing one simple command.
Got it. So it can handle more complex stuff.
Exactly. You could delegate things like, say, doing competitive analysis or managing invoices, maybe even drafting marketing campaign outlines. Apparently, there are now like 8 proven systems you can use to set this kind of thing up effectively.
Okay, that's pretty powerful. So thinking about that market gap analysis again, what's the single biggest advantage of using AI for that?
I'd say it lets you validate demand really early on. It's significantly de-risks starting something new before you pour in a bunch of resources.
Early validation, de-risking, makes total sense.
So let's talk about some specific new tools then. Things that are actually out there changing workflows.
Yeah, definitely. Like Seedream 4.0 is one. It's generating really stunning 4K images, apparently with much faster inference times.
Faster inference,
Yeah.
meaning the images pop up quicker.
Exactly. So if you need high-res images, you get them faster. That speeds up creative work quite a bit.
Okay. What else?
There's Keyvid. This sounds pretty useful. It helps you find specific scenes, objects, even facial expressions within your video files.
Oh, wow. For video editors or creators, that must be huge instead of scrubbing through hours of footage.
Right. Just tell the AI what you're looking for. Huge time saver.
Uh-huh.
Then there's No-Form AI. This one's focused on websites.
Oh, what does it do?
It's designed to turn website visitors into qualified leads, and apparently helps drive sales, like 247. Acts as an always-on assistant capturing interest.
Interesting. And one more.
Honeywell Image 2.1. This one creates 2K images, but the key thing is supposedly really precise text rendering within the image.
That's been a weakness for a lot of image generators getting text right.
Exactly. So this could be a big step forward for making AI-generated images with text much more usable for, presentations, ads, stuff like that.
So looking at these tools, Seedream, Keyvid, No-Form, Honeywell Image, what's the common thread here? What's really striking you?
I think it's that they offer these very specialized, quite powerful capabilities. They're automating or seriously enhancing specific tasks that used to be really time-consuming.
Specialized, powerful enhancements. Got it. Mid-roll sponsor read.
Okay, let's jump back into some quick-fire updates from the AI world. And hey, we're hearing that OpenAI and Oracle rumor again.
The $300 billion one.
Yeah, reportedly signing that massive cloud computing deal. It really ties back to what we were saying at the start about Oracle building that foundational infrastructure. The scale is just, well, mind-boggling if it's true.
Definitely. And Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, he also laid out some of his latest predictions for AI recently, shared a kind of roadmap for OpenAI.
Always interesting to hear his long-term view, yeah. What else?
Google's AI Max model is apparently going global now, and they're including these handy one-click experiments.
Oh, nice. So making powerful AI more accessible worldwide, lowering the barrier for developers to play around with the cutting-edge stuff.
Seems like it. And Meta's making moves, too. They're planning to pay, I think it was $140 million to use AI from a company called Black Forest Labs, specifically for image generation.
So buying specialized tech instead of building everything themselves.
Looks like it. Maybe a strategic play for niche expertise. Seems to be a trend.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, this next one. This one really struck me. It's kind of a moment of wonder, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
It's a story about a cancer patient who basically built his own personalized AI medical team using tools that are pretty widely accessible.
Wow. Built his own AI medical team. What does that even mean?
I think it means using AI to research, track symptoms, maybe analyze treatment options in a really personalized way. Just, whoa. Imagine scaling that kind of personalized, empowering approach for millions of people facing health challenges.
Yeah, that's incredible. It really speaks to the potential human impact, doesn't it? So what does that story, the cancer patient building his own AI team, what does that really tell us about AI's potential?
I think it profoundly illustrates AI's capacity. Its capacity for highly personalized, accessible, and deeply empowering applications right in the hands of individuals.
Personalized, accessible, empowering, that's powerful. Okay, let's shift focus now, geographically maybe. We need to talk about a major development from China. You really don't want to sleep on their large language model game.
Right, you're talking about Baidu.
Exactly. Baidu's ERNIE X1.1. It just launched at their Wave Summit 2025. And this looks like a direct, very serious competitor to models like GPT-5, Gemini 2.5 Pro. We're seeing a real global race heat up.
And it's not just the model itself. There's a whole ecosystem Baidu's built around it.
Tell me about that.
Well, they rolled out what they call a full-stack developer ecosystem. They open-sourced a model with a 128K context window, which is huge. And they've given their AI coding assistant significant new superpowers, as they put it.
So lots of tools for developers.
Yeah, this whole paddle ecosystem, as they call it. It gives developers basically everything they need to build and deploy advanced AI stuff using ERNIE. And the model itself, ERNIE X1.1, got a big upgrade in its reasoning abilities.
Okay, reasoning upgrade. What kind of improvements are we talking?
The numbers are pretty specific. Factuality is apparently up almost 35%. Instruction following improved by 12.5%. And its agentic reasoning, that ability to plan and execute multiple steps, is up nearly 10%.
Those are solid jumps, especially that agentic part.
Definitely. And just to reinforce that term agentic, like we discussed earlier, it means the AI isn't just answering one question. It can chain tasks, make decisions along the way, act like that intelligent digital teammate. That's crucial for complex real-world stuff.
And how does it stack up against the competition?
Well, the benchmarks look pretty striking. They're saying ERNIE X1.1 beats DeepSeek R10528, which is a capable model itself, and crucially, it apparently matches GPT-5 and Gemini 2.5 Pro on several key benchmarks.
Matches them. Okay, that's a serious claim.
It is. It shows it's really advanced and ready to compete. And here's maybe the kicker for people who want to use it.
What's that?
There's no waitlist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ERNIE X1.1 is apparently already available on their ERNIE Bot web platform. So if you're building agents or assistants or apps, it's production ready right now. That immediate access is a big advantage.
No kidding. And the scale of their developer community.
It's quietly massive. They're reporting 23.33 million developers and 750,000 enterprise users already using their Paddle ecosystem.
Wow. That's a huge base.
It really is.
Yeah.
So yeah, ERNIE X1.1 feels like a main character in the global AI story now. It's not just hype.
Okay, so bring that all together. What makes ERNIE X1.1 such a significant and maybe immediate competitor on the world stage?
I'd say it's the combination. It's advanced reasoning, that broad developer ecosystem supporting it, and the fact that it's immediately available and production ready. That makes it a really formidable global challenger right now.
Advanced reasoning, broad ecosystem, immediate availability.
Got it. Okay, let's try and synthesize this whole deep dive then. We've covered a lot of ground.
We really have.
We started with Oracle kind of building the foundational warehouse for AI across industries. Then we zipped through a bunch of rapid-fire innovations, some simplifying everyday tasks, some raising tricky questions.
Right. We touched on practical tools like for market analysis or image editing. And then we landed on these powerful global challengers like Baidu's ERNIE.
What's really striking looking back is just how many different fronts AI is advancing on all at once. Totally. You've got the massive infrastructure build-out, you've got these incredibly specific applications popping up, and then this intense global competition driving things forward.
It's definitely not just about one shiny new toy anymore. It feels like this huge interconnected ecosystem that's just growing and transforming right in front of us.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
So here's a final thought maybe, something for you to consider. As AI becomes more agentic, as it starts taking on more complex tasks, making more decisions, what are the new skills we are going to need? How do we learn to collaborate effectively with these emerging digital teammates?
That's a great question. Definitely something to mull over. And we'd encourage you, our listeners, keep doing your own deep dives. Maybe explore prompt engineering more or look into how these agentic systems are actually being built. There's always more to learn.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Out to your own music.